Everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Hope you guys are having a great day today. And boy, we got a great day for you guys. First of all, it's a beautiful day out, folks. It's Wednesday, May 10th, I'm sorry. And this weekend is Mother's Day. So hope you guys got a nice little party, everything going on for moms out there, folks. Always remember, moms are very important. Dads are important too. That's coming up in June. Anyway, folks, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609. And there is so many great things happening, folks. And we got a great show for you. Now, forget tomorrow's Thursday. We got my lovely wife, co-host Laura Ocean on. And we have guests on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tuesdays, we shoot the shit with you. And I want to thank you all for tuning in every day. Now, there's 5 different ways of tuning in to the Ocean's Pit Show, folks. The Tony Ocean Show Facebook page, the Mo Carrara Facebook page, which has the most hits, and those are 2, my personal page. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and Ocean's Pit Facebook page, and we got a great show lined up for you guys today. Every show is dedicated to the first responders and all you great people out there. Thank you so much for doing for what you do. Tonight, folks, we will be at Lisa's Club Cabaret. That is a 7 o'clock hit with Jerry Jams Renda. That is in Norwich, Illinois. Tomorrow we'll be at the beautiful Capri restaurant in Willow Springs. That's a 7 o'clock hit. Jerry Jams and Lisa P. Friday we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg with the Professor Daryl Armistad. And Saturday, folks, that's right, Mojo's Jukebox, my other group, will be opening for the Hall of Fame rock and roll band Chicago. We're going to be at the Coralville, Iowa, at the beautiful Extreme Arena with the band Chicago. That's a 7 o'clock hit. That's this Saturday, May 13th. All right, big show coming up Friday, May 12th, at the Billy Limemarker Bicentennial Park in Joliet, Illinois. It's Geezer Coffee, ladies and gentlemen. 3 legendary comics from around Chicago, everywhere, folks, LA, and they're going to be here on the show today. That's Geezer Coffee. I'm excited, man. Tim Sheehan, a good friend of mine, always brings some great guests on, and this is going to be great. 3 comics who've been around forever, talking about some great stories, advice, all that stuff, and it's going to be a great show. And today, we got them on. We got Gen Savara coming on, folks. Vince Moranto on, and Larry Reeb will be on in just a couple minutes. And we're going to have some laughs. We're going to talk about comedy, of course, old school comedy, new school comedy, if there is any, and just bringing back of the great stuff that's happening. So let's get right to our sponsors, folks. Without the number ones, Ace Hardware, Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville. Buy local, shop local with Ace Hardware, folks. Melissa Raffaello and Jackie do an incredible job there, folks. Remember, they have so many great deals with Ace Hardware. And with spring in the air, you want to get $20 off any grill purchase. You go to our friends at Ace Hardware and tell them, grill your ace off. That's right, grill your ace off, and you get $20 off any grill purchase. That's Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, and we got more stuff talking about with our good friends from Ace. How about Gorelli Pavement Service? Gorelli knows the curb appeal of your home and business, largely affected by your concrete and asphalt. Oh, you gotta love our good friends from Gorelli Pavement, everybody. That's right. Gorelli is here to help you keep your asphalt looking brand new with proper maintenance, which includes seal coating, crack filling, and patching. They also do driveways. Call Laura and Barb today for a free estimate at Gorelli Pavement Service, 815-271-5835. Tell them Tony O sent you, folks. Ocean's Pit, doing services, folks, in Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. That's Gorelli Pavement Service, 815-271-5835. Call Laura or Laurie or Barb for your free estimate. Sorry, folks, I'm a little nutty today. Anyway, that's Gorelli Pavement. You guys are unbelievable, everything, and the stories and the stuff that you guys keep sending in. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. All right. Before we bring up our guest, folks, you know what's going to happen. Now, it's great. We're so excited, opening for Chicago this Saturday in beautiful Coralville, Iowa. I've never been to that part of Iowa, but it's at the Extreme Arena. It holds about 5,000 people. Mistaken Identity, the boys right now, they are doing, they just did Milwaukee last night. They're in La Crosse, Wisconsin tonight. and that's Mistaken Identity, Mike Restivo. After that, when I joined the band, we call it Mojo's Jukebox. So we're excited opening up Chicago. Let's know Tim Seaton's in the house. Larry, let's give it up for Kathy, Tony Toto. We have Santa Barbara. We've got our good buddies from New York, New Jersey, Iowa, Ohio. Mo for president. God bless you, folks. I like the last one better. Anyway, Ray Nardi, how you today, Tim? Tim, I heard that Ken was the first guy. I hear through the grapevine, the Ken Sahara, folks. So the very first Harry Carey. So I can't wait to see what Ken does then. That's going to be great. Robert Provenzano is in the house. New Jersey, Iowa. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ocean Spit, the little show about big things. All right. So we got a lot of great stuff coming up. We are again nominated. Again, thank you so much for the Josie Awards for the #1 internet media show, the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee, October 22nd and 23rd. Now, we won last year. We're up again this year, folks, for the Josie Awards. We're so excited about that, folks, at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee. Also, my other group, Ocean's Rat Pack, is nominated, folks, for the Best Tribute Act. So we're excited. Well, you think about this, folks. It's the Grand Ole Opry. This ain't, this is the Grand Ole Opry. We went there last year. I never thought I would win out of the 13 nominees. So this is just a little show that we have fun with our 1,500 followers if you put all the social media packages together. And we are just excited and honored to be humbled to get nominated. And like I said, I don't know how I'm going to top what I said last year when I got when we got the nomination and then we won the award. I don't know what else to say. So I said last time my name was called, I was in court, and that of course got a big laugh at the Grand Ole Opry, and I'm sure it freaked a lot of people out too. But it was very cool. But we're excited for that, and all the other great nominees, Nick Sahajas, the Piano Man, and the list goes on and on. Everybody that being nominated for the Josie Awards. October 22nd and 23rd in Nashville, Tennessee. It's the #1 award show for independent artists. That means if you have a record deal or if you ever became famous or anything like that, you can't win the award. These are for all the other guys out there, actors, singers, songwriters. They should come up. I was talking to Josie. They should come up with them for comedy. There should be a topic for a category for comic, because comedy is what makes us all laugh, folks. And we're going to find out what makes these three gentlemen laugh coming up very shortly. All right, now let's get a couple more sponsors out of the way, because I don't want to interrupt these three great gentlemen, because I'm sure they got some great things to talk about. So let's just get a couple more sponsors out of the way. Let's get our good buddy Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, for the best lawyer it is, folks. A statewide law practice that is clients-focused and results-driven. That's Roy McCampbell, 708-275-4264. Laura Ocean Solutions, increasing credit cards profits while reducing credit card fees. You'll never have to shop again. Go to lauraoceansolutions.com. And don't forget Deutsch Power Center out of Elgin, Illinois. Folks, they've been servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. All right, one last thing to poke, folks. We've been talking about it, folks, since a couple months now. And in January, folks, when everybody's freezing their ass off, you know where we're going to be. We're going to be on the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line Wonders of the Sea. Now, the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line Wonders of the Sea is the biggest ship on the water. It is 4 football fields long, folks, and it's going to be Tony Ocean in the main event band. It's going to be my other band, Mojo's Jukebox, and the one and only Seventh Heaven. That's right. All of us on one ship, 7 nights, Eastern Caribbean cruise. Orlando, Florida kicks off. Coco Cay, Bahamas, the private island, folks. Then St. Martin and St. Thomas. Go to ChicagoMuseCruise.com. Talk to Mary, folks. Book that cruise. They can still now, the special rates are already sold out, but we do have other great rates, and we still have some rooms available. But we are so excited for this great cruise coming January 7th, 2024 to January 14th, coming up in January. So we're so excited about that. Angelo from Steubenville, Ohio in the house. Hello, Angelo, home of Dino Crocetti, better known as Dean Martin. All right, so let's bring them on, all three at once. They got a big show coming up, folks. in Joliet this Friday. Geezer Coffee. So let's introduce the Geezers themselves. Let's bring up Larry Reeb, everybody. Hi, Larry. Say hello, Ocean.
Hey, Tony, how are you?
There you go, Pally. How you doing? And let's bring on Geezer number 2, Vince Morano. Give it up for Vince, everybody in the house. Oh, let's get up, Vince. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Tony. How's it going, man?
Good, my friend. And let's bring on my good friend Ken too. Is Ed Kencherena. Ken, come on up, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Tony?
All right, the 3 gentlemen, the Geezers, are in the house. I hope you guys are doing well. You're excited for this great show happening Friday the 12th. This is very cool, man. Let's just start. Ken, clean comedian, they say. Do you like being a clean comedian? What's the difference between a clean comedian and a dirty comedian? You know
He's a sissy.
Is it hard? Is it harder to be a clean comedian or a dirty comedian?
You know what? I had a chance to do a lot of corporate work, and corporate's where the money is. You can work the clubs. The clubs are great. I love the clubs. I love the freedom in the clubs. But if you're going to do corporate and you're going to do the speaking circuit, things like that, I just cleaned up my act and went for that. And you can make a lot more money doing that.
And that's very cool because it's very hard. Now, you worked with Jerry Seinfeld, Bill Murray, George Carlin, Jay Leno, Gloria Estefan. That's very cool. You played Las Vegas. Do you like Las Vegas?
I love it. Larry's played it and Vince has played it. You work in Vegas. You're doing 2 shows a night, and you know that, Tony. I mean, they work you as a comedian. I did the MGM Grand, and you're doing 2 shows a night and 3 on the weekend. So by the time that week's over, you're tired. You want to, you don't mind coming back,
No, absolutely. I was at the Riviera for 2000, almost 6 years. And of course, everything's changed out there, Ken. Vince, what about you, buddy? I mean, everything you've been doing. I didn't, until I talked to my buddy Matt Cassade, I did some other research with you. Of course, you were the MC at Zanies for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Very cool. Is it true about the character from Mike and Molly, that little guy that thinks he was? He's the best part of the show. I thought. Did they get there from you? Tell me that whole story.
Okay, what it is, Mark Roberts is the guy who developed the show and created it. And when he was writing out the character, he wanted somebody with a strong Chicago Italian name like Vincent Moranto. So that's how he wrote it up. So the writers kept coming up with other names, and he's not good. No, it's got to be like Vincent Moranto. And then finally, because a couple of the writers on the show, Mark Gross and Carla Felicia, are friends of mine, they're like, for the love of God, Jesus, Mark, why don't you just use Vincent Moranto? And he went, all right, we got it. So there
got the name.
Then it's funny because the character, as you know, is a short, fat, bald guy. And I was surprised by it. They go, tune in. You got to tune into the show. Tune into the show. So I'm like, all right, I tune in. And then the door opens and I hear, my name's Moranto, Vincent Moranto. And it's a short, fat, bald guy. And I remember telling a friend of mine, I couldn't believe it was a short, fat, bald guy. And my friend goes, hey, you'll never be short.
There you go. I mean, there's a little Joe Pesci in him, too.
Yeah,
a little bit. Little Joe Pesci in him, too, when he does his thing. Larry Reeb, Uncle Lair is in the house. Politically, and you give helpful tips. Larry, I might ask this to Larry, Las Vegas.
Yeah. I was just there at Brad Garrett's.
Brad, fantastic, great actor.
You know, they have pennies. They have penny slot machines. Even if you win, you're a loser. Just tell me, Uncle Lair.
Uncle Lair. Hey, guys, the difference between Vegas then and Vegas now, when you guys were playing it, what's
it was
the big
better
difference?
when the mob ran it.
Yeah, it was.
It was cheaper.
It was better. You're right.
Case closed. And when they turned it family friendly, they destroyed, I think, Las Vegas, and they realized that too. You guys have been in New York. Let's do Ken. You've been different spots. You said you like the corporate work because of the money, but besides the money, is the corporate work that? I mean, do you get to use new material on?
Yeah, you know what, Tony? I prefer, and Larry and Vince, we all prefer the freedom of the nightclub, because in nightclubs you can do whatever the hell you want to do. I love that. Okay, but in corporate, my attitude was, if I'm going to be on the road, they're going to pay me. you know, and so to go out and to go into that situation, I liked all three together. In corporate, you could do a nightclub show, and if 1/3 of the audience doesn't like you, you're still going to have a good night. In corporate,
Sure.
if one person doesn't like you, you're done. You're done.
Finished.
You're not coming back.
Vince, you spent a lot of time in New York and LA. What's the difference between the two in your work?
You know what? I love Chicago. First of all, that's why
Sure.
I've stayed here my whole life. I found New York to be like kind of a harsher Chicago, and LA I didn't care for at all. In LA, it seemed like you're talking. It's everybody you talk to is looking over your shoulder to see if there's somebody more important to talk to. But crowds are crowds, no matter where you go across the country. You got to sort of tweak stuff a little bit. You know, you can't like down south. Watch. Do not use the Lord's name in vain down south. We learned that.
Down south, you learn that quick.
Yeah.
Uncle Larry, comedian of the year. Rodney Dangerfield, Last Comic Standing, TV, film. Larry, the difference between film and TV, if you had the choice, what do you like better?
Well, I'd never done many film except
Okay.
The Boy and His Goat, but that didn't get that much.
Okay.
I like clubs. But hey, Tony, can we talk about what this show is? Geezer Coffee.
Yeah, let's talk about Geezer Coffee. Let's do it, guys.
Based
What is
on
Geezer Coffee?
You know how you see guys at McDonald's or a diner, you see them all around every Sunday. That's what it's a satire on that. The three of us around, and we tell jokes and bits about, and we complain about what's going on, and it's very funny. And it's not the three of us doing stand up.
Right.
It's the three
You're
of
all
us
around. And Tony,
like you see in the little diner, but you see them old guys. Only we're a lot funnier than them guys.
You're a lot funnier than that. Ken, Ken or Vince, how did it come about, you three putting this together?
you know,
Ken, why don't you take that and then give them the little spiel that we open up the show with too?
Sure. You know, Tony, I would go and do a show on Saturday night, and then I'm driving home on Sunday. I wanted a place for breakfast. And everywhere I went, it was like subliminal for a long time. There was that same table of guys. They were in every damn coffee shop in America. And I was shocked nobody had written anything on them. And I came home and I told my wife, I said, you know what? I'm going to write a play about these guys. And I had a show on a radio station in Chicago. And every time Larry and Vince came on my show, they have brand new stuff. And those are the guys. I told my wife, if I do this show, those are the guys I want, because they respected the process. They came in ready. They came in prepared, all new stuff. They never repeated anything. And I appreciated that. And so we all got together and we sat down and we wrote this thing. And we think we've got a great show on our hands, but time is going to tell.
Well, you know what? It's an original concept, which I like. You guys keep coming up with all these great ideas and all these great stories. And you guys have been anywhere, did a lot of great stuff here. I mean, and one thing about comedy, though, what is comedy in your opinion, you guys? What makes? I mean, you got to be, even with your stories and jokes that you're telling now in your show, The Geezer Coffee, you have to be careful what you say too.
Yeah, a little bit. No, everybody, but you know, everybody takes offense to everything. You're not going to say anything anymore without one person getting mad. And you know, you can't just cater to. You know, you talk about cars. Oh, I know somebody who died in a car crash. What the hell? I'm not talking about people dying in a car crash. I'm talking about cars and traffic. You know, so I don't know about these guys. Larry, I know, is like me too. You do it and you do it.
I don't care. I'm not woke, Tony. I'm in a coma.
Right.
Get from your Uncle Larry.
There you go. You're in.
I want to be dead soon. What do I care? I don't care if I offend anybody. I won't be here.
Yeah, guys, it's got to be difficult because right now you can't. Your friends can't even talk about. You can't even talk to people about religion or politics, which doesn't make any sense to me because it's just part of life, right?
I think Dave Chappelle and there's a lot of guys saying the hell with this. We're not going to be restricted in what we say. The second you take away humor, and the second that you take away a person's ability to make a joke, this is censorship. Now we're in the Soviet Union. We're in the old Soviet Union. There, Yakov Smirnov, the Russian comic, told me that whenever he wrote material, they had to have it sent to the Kremlin to have it approved. And he said, and consequently, all you see are Russian comics who do pet and mother-in-law jokes. That's all they allow. We're not far from that. And
yeah. In our show too, we talk about the what a pain in the ass driving is. We talk about our sports teams. We talk about being married. We talk about just going shopping, food, eating, very like everyday stuff.
Like everyday stuff. Well, you know what, guys? Let's talk marriage real fast. I mean, you guys are comics. You're out there. You're traveling. You're doing what you do. It's got to be very difficult. I mean, when you're out all the time. I mean, like me, I've been doing it 30 years. I'm on my fourth wife. So I know it's got to be, hey, where do you're out all the time. It's got to be hard on relationships, correct?
It is. Well, I'm divorced, so leave me out of this situation then.
There you go. Larry, what's it like?
Well, my wife passed away, so I fulfilled my contract, Tony.
I'm so sorry about that. Okay. I got that.
Tony,
I stuck it out to the end. I'm no quitter.
Look.
But in the show, I'm married. It's different in the show.
Okay.
We're just three guys. We're not comics in the show. We're just three guys.
There's three guys. I got it. Geezer Coffee. That's Friday the 12th. Let me see if I'm pronouncing this right. It's Billy Lamacher.
Well, the tickets are at bicentennialpark.com.
Yeah,
Bicentennial Park in Joliet. It's this Friday.
It's Billy Lemacher.
Yeah,
that's it. Thank you. 6:30 doors open. 7:30 showtime. We got some more stuff to talk about. Now, if you guys were younger guys trying to start in comedy, would you do it all over again?
Oh, I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All three would.
I can't imagine not doing this. I mean, I've done this for 40 years, Larry.
46.
Yeah, and I've done it for about 50.
Yeah, so there you go.
And Tony, the thing about this is it's not just the performing. The performing's great, but then you get to meet friends like this. And I mean, the friendships, this better than anybody, that the friendships you've made in this business are invaluable. You would have never met these people otherwise. I feel the same about these guys and all the other friends I have in this business,
Well, how does it, whatever, is there an original joke? Or, I mean, it's got to be difficult coming up with stuff that maybe is something brand new, or maybe even like a new story. I'm not talking just besides the Geezer Coffee thing, just you guys as individuals when you're out there doing your shows. Is it hard to come up with original material anymore?
Hey, it's your take on life. Is the way. It's my take on life. It's Larry's take on life. It's Ken's take on life. And there's always new things, new technology, new things happening. And that's how I look at it.
George Carlin told me, he said, when you're doing comedy, you report from your station in life. So if you're 20 years old, that's what you talk about. If you're 70 years old, that's what you talk about. But you have to be honest with them and report from the station in life that you're at. The audience knows when you're BSing them. They know damn well if you're telling them the truth or you're not telling them the truth. And so I think what this show is, and Vince asked me to talk about what this show is.
Yeah, this is how this show starts. It's a dark stage, and then you hear this.
You see this on Sunday mornings in every fast food restaurant, diner, and coffee shop in America. Old guys sitting around talking, arguing, telling stories, jokes, lies, and trying to solve the world's problems. This is Geezer Coffee.
And there you go. That's the show in a nutshell.
You know what you forgot? You left out social clubs.
Yeah, you're right.
Mob guys sitting around talking who's going to get wrecked this week. Yes, you forgot about that. But besides that, this is now Larry. Let's go back. Rodney Dangerfield at one particular time. I don't know if there still is in comedy, but
Yeah.
if you were on the Rodney type show and you got discovered, if you were on Johnny Carson, you automatically
Right.
went out to a TV pilot or a show or something, a movie. Is there that outlet now with comics? Where do they go now?
Oh, it's all TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's changed. They get big followings on that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Do you guys got to get pissed off at that for some new guys coming up? Because you guys
Well,
went through the trenches.
only there's a lot of them that aren't really comedians, and they get big followings, and then they do a show. A lot of people come, but they don't really have an act. They're not really funny.
They're just
They
doing it.
some goofy bit on TikTok.
There's an old saying, people don't know what they like what they know. And unfortunately, that's the case in a lot of
It's true.
situations.
Right.
True.
Oh, that makes complete sense, guys. We're at Geezer Coffee. Guys, a big show coming up Friday on the 12th of May. How long is the show?
It's about
It's
an
a-
hour and a half, right?
Yeah, it's a 2-act play. It's
Okay.
basically around 40 minutes or so, depending on the laughs, and then there's usually a 10-15 minute intermission, whatever the theater wants to do. Then we do the second half. So yeah, it runs. The actual running time is about an hour and a half, and then with the intermission. But it's we've gotten an unbelievable response from people, and I tell everybody, I guarantee you, there's more laughs in this play than any other theatrical presentation you've ever gone to, because it's three comics that know how to get to the point of writing. I mean, we're not comics in the play, but we have the comic mind where we know how to set something up and how to deliver the joke.
And Elaine Boozler told me that you should construct your stage act like you're on television. On television, you have to get the first laugh out in 30 seconds. And she said, do that with your stage show. Get that first laugh out 30 seconds and just keep pounding them.
And that's it. That's fantastic. Well, you know what? It's kind of cool that you guys are doing this, trying to keep comedy alive, trying to keep people enjoy stuff instead of, and it's good when people team up like you guys are doing. I mean, I'm going to throw, before a couple other questions at you, I got to get another sponsor out of the way, folks. Geezer Coffee, guys. The Geezers are in the house. We're excited about that. Let's get to another sponsor, folks. How about our good buddies from Don Esteban Cigars out of Tarpon Springs, Florida? Hand-rolled cigars delivered right to your home. Call Javier at 727-366-7536. Tell him Tony O sent you, folks. And let's not forget Trico Hair Experts out of Rosemont, Illinois. Talk to Anthony and Carmela, 773-999-7888. And tell them Tony O sent you, folks. A Geezer Coffee in the house. We're excited. I'm going to throw a couple names at you. And I want you to tell me were they an influence to you, etc. Let's try somebody. Let's start with Ken. Ken, let's go to Lenny Bruce.
Definitely. Because of what we were just talking about. Lenny was not constrained by whatever society thought. He said what was on his mind. And a la George Carlin, I think Lenny was a tremendous influence on George.
How about it? How about Red Fox, guys?
Yeah, I love comedians. When I was like, I used to listen to him on 8 tracks, Red Fox. I love all those guys.
Richard Pryor, Vince or Ken.
Go ahead, Vince.
No, Ken, you've met Pryor, right?
I worked with Pryor before, and he's a Peoria kid, and he and Sam Kinison, both from the town of Peoria, and Pryor was magnificent. We did the tune-up. I was in a comedy team at the time named O'Brien and Severa, and we did the tune-up with Pryor when he did Live on Sunset at the Comedy Store main room. And Tony, it was unbelievable. This guy could take the crowd emotionally from
Sure.
laughing. And then this is right after he had lit up his face freebasing.
Sure.
And so he could have the audience in extreme laughter. And then 20 minutes later, they're crying tears because he talked about his experience in the hospital. I've never seen any comic who could do that. It was amazing.
And it's also the way he uses the word fuck. When he says "fuck," everybody laughs, no matter wherever he puts it in the story. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You got to love that, folks. Absolutely. So after this, how long is this Geezer Coffee? Where else are you going after Chicago?
We also have a semi residence, I guess you could say, at a beautiful new place called the Moonlight Theater in St. Charles. What it is, it was an old 1920s theater that they renovated. It did an unbelievable job. It's right downtown in St. Charles. As a matter of fact, we will be there also on
May 24th.
May 25th.
Oh, 25th?
Yeah, it's
I got it. I'll be changing that in my
There you go.
schedule, gentlemen. Hold on 1 second.
Maybe only half of you guys will be there on the right date.
Right.
Yeah, it's always it's on Thursdays. We do it once a month there on Thursdays. We're going to be doing it on some Sundays too. But in the meantime, go to Joliet, Bicentennial Park, get
Geezer
tickets.
Coffee. You got to love that, guys. Well, you know what? I just got to ask you guys this last question. If you had your favorite comic of all time, let's start with Larry. If you had one comic, one only, Larry, who would you say?
He's called the comics calling him right now.
He's calling me right now. Well, I loved Rodney, and then I got to work with him, so that was the greatest.
All right, let's go to Ken.
Albert Brooks.
Oh, what an actor! I love him as a comic.
Absolutely.
Very underrated. Looks like his brother is probably more famous than he is.
Super Dave Osborne.
Yep. Rest in peace.
Yep.
You gotta love it. Vince, how about you?
George Carlin, hands down. You take a look at his stuff that shows up on Facebook and YouTube now. It's as pertinent now, if not more, than when this guy did it. His stuff is going to be timeless.
All right, I got to throw one out you. There's always a comparison, one or the other. Andrew Dice Clay, Sam Kinison.
Oh, I'll take Kinison.
Kinison.
Yeah, I don't need Jewish guys pretending to be Italian. All right, that's all I got to say right there.
Oh, Bambo! That's no ringing, baby.
And I heard his nursery rhymes when I was in 4th grade. I heard those when I was a kid.
Hickory dickory dock.
Yeah. We used to say that in
you gotta he did sell out Madison Square Garden 2 nights in a row, I guess more than any other comic ever did. This is what I hear.
Oh yeah.
Sebastian just did the same thing, and he's real Italian.
What do you think about Sebastian, guy? He's coming up there doing.
Love him.
Love him. I love him too. I think he's fantastic.
The energy, the energy he has, it's like your energy, Tony. A lot of energy there, a lot of Italian passion coming out.
Yeah, you know what this is?
No.
It's an Italian with a speech impediment. We always talk with our mouths, right? That's it. We always talk with our hands. Absolutely. You guys got some great stuff here, and I know. And I know you talked about Kinison, man. This guy was just, some of the stuff he said was really true. Everything that he was talking about was really true, and that's just amazing. A lot of good stuff. Larry, your book keeps calling you. You okay there?
Jeez, I'm getting bookings like crazy from this show.
All right, guys, you guys, Chicago guys, Cubs or Sox?
Oh, Cubs.
But my wife wanted to go somewhere we could be alone, so I took her to a Sox game.
Oh, very funny.
Oh,
very quiet. No one bothered her.
Very funny.
Although Ken, big Sox fan, but also big Harry Carey fan.
Yeah.
Now, Ken, was it true you were the first to do Harry Carey? I heard of other people do it. How did that come about?
I was one of the first, Tony. I don't know actually to be honest, I don't know if I was the very first to do it, but loved Harry, man. Loved him when he was in Chicago with Jimmy Pearsall. What a classic. Jesus, you never knew what they were going to say. Every night, it was so one night Pearsall says to him, he said, "Harry, you're crazy." And Harry says, "Jimmy, I'm crazy. You're the crazy one, and you have the papers to prove it."
And that's true. I mean, it wasn't like he was lying. Absolutely. Harry Carey said some crazy things. You're absolutely right.
I love it. He'd introduce all these people. Steve, Shaka and Genghis Khan are here with a group. And hi, Jesus Christ is here with a group of 12. from Whiting, Indiana. You know, the amazing thing about this guy, Steve, he buys one hot dog and he feeds the entire park. Holy cow. I'll bet the vendors are pissed.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. Hey, could a guy like Harry Carey or Howard Cosell make it these days?
No, they'd cut him back. How
They'd
about it,
cut him
guys?
back.
Right?
Ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen,
probably.
guys, I know you're busy doing your stuff. Geezer Coffee this Friday down to Joliet's going to be a great show. Tim Seaton, thank you, Timmy, for bringing on these great guests. And you guys just keep doing what you're doing. If you would have any young person comes up to you, Vince, and says, I want to be a comic, what would you tell them?
Stay out of the business. It's
Yeah,
hard for you to get
stay
booked.
out. We need the work.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, one last one. March 20th, COVID-19.
Yeah.
It hits.
Yep.
You hear about, first thing, what was your thoughts about your family, concerned yourselves, and then with the work?
Well, for me, I was House MC downtown Zany, Chicago, and on that Sunday morning, March 15th, I want to say it was, I get a call from Bert Haas, who was the general manager of all the Zanies. Goes, stay home. That's it. We're getting shut down. And that was it. I didn't do another show until August, and that was the longest that I've gone without doing a show since 1982.
Yeah.
Well,
I hated COVID. All I did was sleep, eat, go in the yard, sleep, eat, go in the yard. It was like being in prison without the sex. Tip from Yuckle Air.
Oh, you guys. And you know what? It was only supposed to be 2 weeks. And of course, we know what that all turned into.
Right.
Horrible.
It was just really weird, especially in Chicago, Illinois, where everything was closed.
And you know,
we were down,
Tony-
we were down maybe 3 weeks, but we still played Florida, Wisconsin. We were still out. A lot of places had tents. They still did what they did
Yeah.
to do what they had to do. But it was so weird that everything was closed. But can't open everything up. But Lollapalooza is coming to
Yeah,
Chicago.
right, exactly.
250,000 people,
Yeah,
3 days in a row.
Yeah.
They weren't checking any cards. I knew people that were running those security. Nobody was checking vaccination cards, but they still had it. And when Cubs Park, Wrigley Field, or some of them, even White Sox, when it was only half the field was open. But wait a minute, Guns N' Roses coming to town.
Sure.
So let's open it up for 2 days.
Well,
and who gave a shit, right?
And here's the thing, you know,
Thank you,
we're
Vince.
always
Thank you.
Yeah, as entertainers, we're always the first out and the last back in. You know, whether it be 2008 with the real estate collapse or I don't care what it is, 9/11, we're always the last guys to come back. And that's what makes it brutal. You know, people think this business looks glamorous, but, you know, there are those times, you know.
There's a lot of hard work, a lot of road work, a lot of being in hotels and by, going from one town to town. It's not an easy thing.
That's
Guys,
right.
thank you so much. I want to thank you, Ken, Vince, and Larry. Guys, keep doing what you're doing. Because listen, with all this crazy shit going on in this world, everybody being divided and all we got is two things, right? Music, comedy, laughter.
That's
and
right.
That's all we got. And thank you for bringing that. Yeah, three things.
And sex
Thank you.
ain't bad either,
Three,
Tony.
three things. Three.
Sex ain't too bad.
Yeah, and thank you guys for doing this.
Hey, thank
Geezer
you,
Coffee.
Tony.
I hope it goes global, man. I hope
Thank
they give you guys a TV show where you're on every week and we can watch and support great comedians.
Hey, we all need to work together.
Absolutely, man. But it's got to be hard, though, right? You got to meet
Yeah.
some jerks in there. I
Sure.
mean, that's it. But you got to keep doing what you're doing. Geezer Coffee. Thank you guys, gentlemen, so much. Have a great day and knock them out this Friday, everybody. By
Thanks.
there, and Billy's gonna be great in Joliet. 6:30 doors open. 7:30 showtime. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. Have a great day.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Tony.
Tony. Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Geezer Coffee, everybody. God bless them. Thank you guys. All right, so let's thank Armando Supermarkets out of Elgin, Illinois, 925 Liberty Street. Buy local, shop local, and don't forget Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair for all your collision auto repair needs. Mike and Gigi, Crash Champions Auto Repair. So much stuff going on in this crazy world today, folks. I don't know. Tonight, Lisa's Club Cabaret will be there at 7 o'clock. We're excited about that with Jerry Jams. And let's not forget, we're going to also be Thursday at Capri in Willow Springs. And we also want to say Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse in Schaumburg. It's going to be a lot of fun, folks. And Saturday, we're opening up for Chicago and Coralville, Iowa. Boy, I don't know what to. There's so much stuff that people have been sending me, folks. And I just don't get the whole situation of it. What everybody has to be so nuts. And we're just talking about the being politically incorrect and everything. You can't say this. You can't say. Look, I'm going to tell you a quick story that I stole from Groucho Marx. There was a lady that's celebrating 50 years of marriage, her and her husband. Okay. And they had 10 children, 10 kids. And being a cigar smoker, which I smoke 2 or 3 a day, I try to go down to 1 a day now because you guys know with the throat problem that we were having. So I try to cut down a little bit here. But I said, lady, well, congratulations. Why so many kids? They said, well, we love children. And I said, I love my cigar. I take it out of my mouth every now and then. Now, that was a joke that Groucho said on You Bet Your Life. And that was like, 20, 30 years ago. He was so ahead of his time. But people were still so offended. Now, the husband was in tears laughing his ass off because I'm a singer. I'm not a comic. But I was just funny to say that. And the wife was just brutally mad, pissed off. How dare you say that? I mean, we're just trying to go out and have a little fun, folks. Here's something I get. And Richie sent me this. Richie from Cicero, Illinois. 100 women. You put 100 women on a desert island and 10 men. In 100 years, you'll have a thriving community, men and women, boys and girls doing what they do. Now, here's something, guys, I try to get on the line here when I do my show. Some stuff people get mad about, some people don't. But then if you took, and I don't want to say nothing against the whole trans thing, whatever it is, to each his own. But this story here, if you put 100 trans women and 10 men, in 100 years, folks, you'll find 110 dead skeletons. I just don't understand. I'm not there. I don't care what people do with their lives. It's none of my business. You guys sending me these great stories, I'm going to tell them because most of the people, the stories that you guys are telling me are people that follow the show. And I do appreciate that. I just don't understand how all the craziness that's going on. And everybody says, Tony, look, even, how about this one? Bobby De Niro, Robert De Niro, folks. Great Italian-American actor, half Irish. Made some of the great classic movies of all time. Goodfellas, Casino. I mean, the list goes on. Godfather, blah, 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 right? 79 years old, going to be 80. He's going to have a 7th kid. God bless. We mentioned it yesterday. He's going to have it again. Robert De Niro. Don't care for his politics, but I love him as an actor. He's got a new movie, I think, now with Sebastian. So I think that's going to be very, very cool. I'm just hoping that. But this crazy stuff, I just don't get it, man. Don't get it. Cracker Jacks. Remember that when we were kids? Cracker Jacks. Now they got Cracker Jill. Guys, I mean, what's the deal here? Cracker Jacks, Cracker Jill. How about this one, folks? According to Fox News, Chelsea Clinton has declared that all unvaccinated children in America must be forced to take the jab or the shot without parents' consent. And they're still trying to do it. The big catch-up will take 18 months. We talked about this before, whether you're into it or not, whether you got the shot, whether you didn't get the shot, folks. And it's still coming up in the news, everything that's happening. Donald Trump found guilty, not of rape, but sexual abuse with E.G. Carroll, folks. Now, I think he was just found guilty for being President Trump. I think he was found guilty because he was running for president of the United States. Whether you're a Trump fan or a Biden fan, it's just not the same. And I don't know, folks. It's a little crazy. And I know from you guys following the show and what you guys believe and what you guys hear, it's nuts. Hey, happy 75th Super Dog. 75 years, folks. Unbelievable. And we had this, Gene and Jude, Super Dogs. And you know what? Gene and Jude's won the contest last week when you guys said how many different, I don't know. Gene and Jude, still there's a line out there at 2 o'clock, 11 o'clock. All these people, there's a line of people eating these hot dogs all the time. Unbelievable, man. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. It's better to have a friend with two chins or one with two faces. Thank you, Carlo, for sending that in. You know, guys, tomorrow my lovely co-host, my lovely wife Laura will be with us. And I want to thank you guys always for tuning in every day. How about celebrity birthdays in the house? Let's go down the line. Lance Henriksen, great actor, celebrates a birthday today. Orson Welles, one of the great Orson Welles celebrates a birthday. Max Marino, the son of Lisa Marino. Lisa, I hope you're doing well, honey. Happy birthday, Max. Tom Peterson, bass player of Cheap Trick, celebrates a birthday. One of the great bands from Chicago, Rockford area. Tom Peterson. Billy Joel, the piano man, turned 74 years old today. Former San Francisco 49er NFL great Ronnie Lott turned 64 years old today. Karen Germanis, Karen out there, love you, honey. Happy birthday. Jim Swisek, happy birthday, my friend. Marco Ramondi, happy birthday, big Marco out there. Tony Toto, Danny Ramondi watching. How you guys doing? You got to love it, folks. Don Derriman from the band The Crickle. Albert, Turn Down Day, Red Rubber Ball, celebrates a birthday today, folks. Glenn Thomas, had lunch with him yesterday. Glenn and the boys. It was great seeing Russ, Glenn, Mr. A, David Antonelli. Of course, great seeing everybody. Danny Mazzi yesterday. This was great stuff. Patty, if you're watching, happy birthday to your mom. Of course, my good friend Patty, former Chicago Bear, Honey Bear mom, celebrates a birthday. Laura D'Antona up in Florida. Laura, happy birthday, my friend. All right, so, wow. You can't make this shit up, folks. You can't make this shit up. I mean, I'm trying. You guys, tomorrow, hi, honey. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward, Albert. Yeah, seeing Danny Serafin. That's right, from Chicago this Sunday will be there. Hi, Tony. How you doing? Love the new digs. Thank you, Pat Kinsey. Boy, you're cruising with the 7. Yeah, we're doing great. I think it was 120 rooms sold just with the Tony Ocean Group. Mojo's Jukebox. We're excited about that. 3 for the win. Becky Lee, how you doing? Albert loves clean comedians. I love him too. Why are all the writers on strike? Shows have gone dark. Yeah, that's writer's strike. It should be interesting, Tamara. I don't know. I mean, a lot of your favorite shows. I don't watch too much television, new stuff. I'm just waiting for Curb Your Enthusiasm, my favorite show of all time, next to The Honeymooners. I mean, of course, I love The Odd Couple and Sanford and Son. I don't watch too many shows anymore. So it's interesting. My brother loves Uncle Larry. Who doesn't love Uncle Larry? You got to love him. Michael, of course, great. I hope he's doing well, too. Anthony, your favorite comedian, Uncle Larry. There you go. You got to love him. Jose, looking good, guys. Jose Rivera, welcome to Ocean Spit. Jerry Chams, Rend in the house. We're going to see Jerry tonight at Lisa's Club Cabaret and tomorrow at Capri. How you guys feel about the writers going strike? Late night shows. That was going to be a great question, Tamara, to ask. Richard, fuck them if they can't take a joke. Don Rickles was just his birthday. Don was one of the best. Of course, Joan Rivers. Yeah, we forget these are some great questions. Great things to talk about. Absolutely. Like the Titanic. Absolutely. Kevin Burkle, what's up, my buddy? Stella! Did Robert De Niro have help? I don't know. 79 years old. Danny Mazzi, great seeing you, buddy. Crystal Knievel, she says she likes Superdog. I'm a Gene and Juge guy myself, but you know what? It was very tight. Stella, we'll see you tonight, too. Looking forward to it, honey. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. You know, these are crazy stories that you guys keep sending me. Look at this one. You can't get any more crazier than this. Can't get any more crazier than this. Hotel manager, Fox News, hotel manager, folks. He's cloning keys to get inside different people's rooms. And he's charged with allegedly sucking the toes of people, men, in hotel rooms. He's the hotel manager. Sneaks into people's room and suck men's toes. You can't make this shit up, folks. You can't make this shit up. How do you even report shit like this? I'm lost today, folks. Today, I'm just lost. Legendary news anchor from Fox 5, John Rowland, dies at the age of 81 years old. Ocean's Pit, little show. We went to lunch yesterday at Muggs Manor in Addison, me and the boys. celebrating Glenn's birthday. Dave Antonelli, Mr. A, Danny Mazzy, Russ. It was a great time, just kicking back and celebrating some good, smoking some cigars. It was a great time. Great place, good food. You had great chicken and ribs, very, very good. Mary, isn't that sick? Kathy, Santa Barbara, it's just sick. The what's this world coming to? Brand new karaoke bar for you guys in the karaoke, King Karaoke, opening up in Chinatown. 12 different rooms with exotic drinks. I don't know if you guys are into that stuff, but King Karaoke, Chinatown, some more stuff you guys are sending me. Put it this way, folks. If Adam and Eve have been Cajuns, they would have ate the snake instead of the apple and caused us and got rid of all this great trouble that we're going to. Gotta love that stuff. You guys keep sending me these jokes. I'm out of it today, folks. I don't know what it is. It's just probably during the week. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm having a great day. Just trying to bring on some great comedy, and that's going to be great, man. Geezer Coffee this Friday. It's going to be very, very cool. I'm excited about that. It's I already mentioned that too. Anyway, folks, it is coming to the end of the hour. I'm going to save some more great stuff we got for tomorrow's show with me and my lovely wife, Laura. Let's not forget our sponsors, Dave Antonelli and Patriot Funding Incorporated, folks. When timing is everything, commercial money lending at its finest. That's Patriot Funding. Call Dave Antonelli at 630-675-4730. And let's not forget our buddies again from Ace Hardware, folks. That's right, Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville. That's Ace Hardware, folks. They got some great deals. Besides, grill your ace off and get $20 off any grill purchase. And they got a lot of different great grills on sale. Weber, Traeger, Napoleon, charcoal grills, large variety of models on display. Let one of their certified team members help you with Grill Your Ace Off. Get $20 off any grill purchase. Let's not forget the U-Haul rentals. Let's not forget, folks, Ace Hardware is going to help you get ready for summer. Outdoor furniture, unique lawn and garden decor, as well as flowers, vegetables, herb, plants. How about looking for a spice up your food for the grill? They have tons of stuff, different spices to help you grill this summer. And how about tuning up that lawnmower, $105 plus parts? That's right, spring tune-up, your neighborhood powerhouse, Ace Hardware. Take advantage of 50% off sales with getting the Auto Key Club to get your new keys made. It's 50% off better than going to the dealership. That's what Ace Hardware does for you. Ace Rewards app, easy to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. That's Ace Hardware. Buy local, Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, and Warrenville. Buy local, shop local, Ace Hardware. You guys have been a great audience, folks. Today, we really do appreciate you guys watching Monday through Friday, Ocean's Pit. Again, tomorrow, of course, my lovely wife, Laura Ocean, will be on as my guest. You know what? It's important, guys, to go out and please still go out and celebrate, to have fun. Mother's Day is right around the corner this Sunday. Please take care of moms out there. You got to love them. You only have one. I've got two great moms. They're doing fantastic. Mama D and Mama Grace are doing fantastic, which is great. Go out. Remember, folks, support live entertainment and local establishments. Buy local, shop local. Mojo's Jukebox this Saturday. We'll be opening for Chicago. I want to thank John from Tavern on the Point for letting me get out of that show Saturday. And don't forget to go see my buddies Fifth Element, Tony Toto, Danny Ramundi. It's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to be a great band. Make sure you go out and check them out. And it's going to be fun. You got to go out and support entertainment, folks. The great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Peace and love. And thank you, guys. Don't forget Geezer Coffee coming to Joliet this Friday, the 12th. It's going to be fun. Ken Serrano, thank you so much, Vince. Moranto and Larry Reeb, great comics. Been around Chicago for many, many years. And they're just three guys. They're not playing themselves. They're playing three guys sitting around telling great stories. like you said, in the coffee shops and different places, just talking about marriage and life and politics and lies and everything else. That should be fun. Geezer Coffee. It's going to be very cool, guys. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Thank you guys so much. Nick Sahajas, the piano man, please take us out, my brother. God bless.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Thank you, Tim Seaton. I appreciate it very much, buddy. God bless you guys. Have a great day. See you tonight at Lisa's Club Cabaret, 7 o'clock, celebrating Paula Doty's birthday. Happy birthday, Paula Doty. God bless everyone.